Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Casey Andrika. Today I will discuss about learning motivation and student achievement, description, analysis, and relationship both. So, education is very important for humans. Through the education throughout the world will increasingly flourish. However, it varies with the activities within the learning process. Non-achievement students will have less motivation in learning activities. This results in very maximal learning process and in turn will affect student achievement. This study focused to discuss matters relating to the motivation to learn and student achievement with the aim of strengthening the importance of motivation in the learning process so that a clear relationship with student achievement. The method used is descriptive analysis and simple correlation to the 97 students taking the course Introduction to Microeconomics and Indonesia. The calculation from this research is the student have a good record if it has a well and motivated as well. And this study concludes there is difference between learning motivation and achievement of students on two different courses. The result of research relate to learning motivation of students and universities. In the course Introduction to Economics in the Distribution can be explained that out of 97 students who studied, 9.28% have Weaver categories, 34.02% had a mild category, 31.96 have an superior category, and 27.74% have a very superior category. Inherent motivation is motivation that comes from within the individual itself, while extrinsic motivation is a motivation that emerges from outside the individual and often involves the appreciation of others. If you look at the result by the associated descriptive motivation show that 52.58% of all survey respondents, in this case the student has good and very good notice that either follow the lecture course Introduction to Microeconomics or Indonesian. So, Gage in this case believe that learning is influenced by factors in student and factors outside the student itself where the two interact. Besides, learning consists of their main components, namely surface conditions that stimulus from the environment where they is in the process of learning. The interior condition that describes the interior stage of the student themselves and the concussion process of students, as well as learning outcomes that describe verbal information processed by students' intellectual skills, motoric skills, attitudes, and conscious finesse students. This is similar to research conducted by Wayne E.J. and Young Spey, which describe the result of research that in the case of universities and teacher assessment test scores, there is beneficial relations in improving students' achievements. And relation learning motivation and student achievement, the result of the statistical calculation show that there are differences in the correlation coefficient between the relationship of motivation to learn in an introductory course in microeconomic, relationship of the subject of motivation to learn Indonesian. If you see the result from the correlation calculation above, it can be said that the motivation to learn is good to have a beneficial relationship to student achievement. Especially students who are in the environment STKIP PGRI Sukabumi. And for conclusions, this study describes of learning motivation students, student achievement, and also the relationship between the two. This study concluded that the learning motivation of students on two subjects that use a reference the course Introduction to Microeconomics and subject Indonesian. In the course Introduction to Microeconomics, majority of student marks into class have excellent motivation and excellence. As are the subject Indonesians, motivation students classify as well radically excellent. Although there is difference is value and radically small number to the variable motivation to learn. Further to student achievement, from research conducted at the respondents, it was found the value of learning achievement in the two subjects has a tendency structured good, and quite a few are classed as very well. Therefore, it is important the student get the facility in order to generate motivation to learn to be better. From the research show that the simple correlation test results show that motivation to learn in the course Introduction to Microeconomics has a relationship with higher than with the calculated correlation test on subject Indonesians. This is in addition because the motivation is built and developed in the lecture, the competence of lecture student interest learning in environments also have a close relationship in maximizing students' achievement. Alright, that's all I can say. I'm sorry if there is something wrong in the pronunciation, and I hopefully what I have said can be useful for all of you, and I hope we are all well. And I end with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time.